Alright, I'm going to do a little video on Shungite and my personal experience with Shungite thus far and kind of an overview of Shungite. And possibly in the future I'm going to do a little bit more detailed description, more analytical, conceptualized description of the mineral. But I've been experiencing Shungite for about, and I think I got my first piece a little over 2 years ago, and I got a noble Shungite, which is the highest grade of Shungite, the 98% carbon Shungite, and immediately started putting it in my water, started using it in my diet, around me, my environment, wore it, put it in my pocket, stuff like that. And Shungite's powerful. Shungite's a very real thing. It's not a placebo, like New Age type connected philosophy to it. Like, it's a very studied thing. It's been used traditionally in Russia where it's at, in Lake Shunga in Karelia, Russia. It's been used there for thousands of years for wounded soldiers and all sorts of different people who had ailments and different things. They kind of treated it as kind of like the fountain of youth type of attitude. There's 3 different varieties of Shungite. There's just Shungite, which is like a very matte Shungite that can be shaped, and it's about 30 to 40% carbon. And then there's Pavlovsky Shungite, which is kind of like a middle grade of Shungite. It's 70% carbon. It's found in between the pockets of noble and the pockets of elite. And that's getting to my next one, elite Shungite. That's what I use because it's the most powerful, it's the most potent. It's about 98% pure carbon, and that means it's got the carbon molecules in Shungite are C60 cell bonded fullerene naturally occurring molecules. And basically it's similar in the way that carbon absorbs energy and absorbs pollutants in the same way, but instead of absorbing it, it kind of transmutes the substance into, or the pollutant, or in the energy, into something that is usable and either neutralized, or either way. That's why I want to make another video about it, so I can go a little bit more into the specifics of the studies that they've done that are proven, that aren't just me talking through my experience of something that I don't really have proof of, other than I use it every day and I'm going to continue to. Shungite is just amazing. I wear it on bracelets when I'm gaming. It's just a very, 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 very powerful substance. I have a feeling that it's probably going to be expensive and regulated in the future, so you might, if you can, make sure you can, if you can afford it, you might want to grab some if available, because things like that aren't being made anymore. They're not being found anymore. Shungite is only found in one place in the whole planet. It's a very limited source of this mineral. Either way, and it's one of those things, like, when you buy it, because it's the grade of it is and the type of mineral it is, it can be sold as other things. Like, people can sell you graphite and sell you other shit as Shungite. So just make sure you study your source of wherever you're getting it from. Don't just buy it off some Etsy or some Instagram or some shit. Make sure you know it's actually like what you're getting into. Either way, Shungite, I could talk about Shungite for an hour. Like, it's so insane. I've used it every day. I have a bottle that I carry around. You can hear it. It's got Shungite in it all the time. And it's in a little infuser. And then, so I also have this big ass dispenser that I use. I use spring water, and then I have Shungite and other minerals, sodalite. I have a little bit of amethyst in here, so I can just dispense right into my bottle, right into cups, without ever having to enrich my water and store it. I can just continuously have this ongoing cycle of Shungite water, and it's really nice. Every once in a while, it's probably a good thing to take a break from anything. Too much of a good thing is a bad thing, even with powerful medicines like this. So I, every once in a while, once a month or so, I'll take a few days and I'll get off of it. But I go by intuition. I don't study that type of shit. If I'm telling myself I need to get rid of it, then I'll get rid of it. If I don't, then I don't. I've cycled through lots of minerals in my mineral water that I've been doing, and there are times when I can just tell. I'll be like, yeah, that specific type of mineral needs to come out of the water because I'm over sustaining myself with something that it has, some of the salts and minerals that it has. I'm getting too much of them. Either way, that's kind of not Shungite, but get you some Shungite. Seriously, it's fucking good.